What up? What up? What up? What up, though, YouTube? Y'all are back again. This is yet another episode of Payday Boxing, man. About to take y'all to church here in a minute. We about to talk that shit. But before we do that, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is a brand new boxing channel here, dedicated to talking about nothing but the payday fights here in boxing, man. That's why it's Payday Boxing. Now, let's go ahead and jump on into this topic. Now, this is part two of our little two-part series that we're doing as far as the keys to victory, what it's going to take for each fighter to win the fight. The last video, I broke down what Mikey Garcia needs to do to win the fight. This time, I'm going to break down what Errol Spence has to do in order to win the fight. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think are the keys to victory, and of course your response to those keys to victory. So let's go ahead and get into the topic here. Now, the first thing Errol Spence Jr. is going to have to do, the main thing that I think he's going to have to do, is to make sure that throughout the entire fight that Errol Spence Jr. stays the course. There's going to be times in this fight where we all know that Errol Spence Jr. is going to control the fight. He's the bigger, stronger fighter. He's the type of guy that has so much power at welterweight. Even if you cover up in your guard and he still hits you in your guard, you're going to feel it. You know, so the main thing Errol Spence is going to have to do is to stay the course, because there's going to be times in this fight, predictably so, where he's going to hit Mikey Garcia. He's going to hurt Mikey Garcia. He's going to have Mikey Garcia in bad situations. He may knock Mikey Garcia down. He may clock Mikey Garcia clean real good and have Mikey Garcia wobble. What he has to do is make sure that he doesn't play into the crowd. He has to make sure that no matter what happens, no matter what he does, and no matter how Mikey Garcia responds to what he does, that he's going to stick with the game plan, that he's not going to go crazy and turn into and get wild out there and start trying to do something out of character in order to get the knockout. You know, he's fighting in his hometown, so he can't get caught up in trying to please the fans that are in the stands. He can't do that. You know, as long as he avoids that, that's going to be a huge way that he's going to go about getting the victory. Don't play to the fans, and make sure you keep up with the game plan. Don't lose that, no matter what happens, no matter how bad he gets Mikey Garcia hurt, no matter how much he may feel like he's winning the round, no matter how comfortable he may get. You know, he may win 2, 3, 4 rounds in a row. Stay the course. Stick with the game plan. Don't start losing sight of what the game plan is. That's number one on the list. Also, from a tactical standpoint, Errol Spence is going to have to make sure that he circles to his right. And the reason, of course, for that is because we all know Mikey Garcia is going to be throwing lots of right hands, lots and lots of right hands. It's going to be lead right hands. It's going to be a lot of 1-2s. Because when Mikey Garcia throws that right hand, he's gonna go for it. You know, he's gonna commit to the right hand. He's gonna go for it, and he's gonna try to land, and he's gonna try to hurt Errol with that right hand. So with that, Errol Spence is gonna have to circle to his right, not Mikey's right, to his right. That would technically be Mikey's left. While Errol Spence is circling to his right, he's gonna have to be very, very cautious of the left hook. While he's circling to his right, Mikey Garcia is going to be trying to circle him into that left hook. And Errol Spence is going to have to be cautious of that. He's going to have to make sure that his hands stay home when he's circling, to make sure that he can avoid both the right hand, that straight right hand down the pipe that we know is coming from Mikey Garcia, and that he can also catch that left hook or duck underneath it or slip that mug. Also, you know, a big thing, and this is always, I may have mentioned this in another video, one of the biggest factors between right-handers and left-handers is obviously, you know, the positioning. Errol Spence is going to have to maintain that lead foot dominance, making sure that he has the superior position during those exchanges. Now, one thing that I feel that a lot of people are overlooking with the fact that Errol Spence is a southpaw fighting a smaller guy is that already when you have a southpaw versus an orthodox fighter, there's going to be more distance just because the stances are opposite. Well, what happens when you have a southpaw who's got longer arms and is much bigger against a smaller fighter? Not only is there distance just from the fact that one fighter is a southpaw and the other is an orthodox fighter, but now you have more distance because one fighter is even bigger. So to me, it's going to be a whole lot of distance between those two. And so Errol Spence is going to have to make sure that he keeps that jab out there, keeps that jab going, and keep Mikey at a distance. Make Mikey have to work, you know, to get in there. Don't just let Mikey come inside. Don't just let Mikey feint you into throwing something crazy. No, make Mikey work to get in there. Make Mikey make Mikey have to jab his way in. And of course, it's already going to be tough to land a jab, given that one fighter is a southpaw, the other fighter is an orthodox fighter. So it's going to be hard to land a jab, especially for the smaller fighter. So Errol Spence, I believe he's going to have to make sure that he also keeps Mikey at bay. Make it tough on him. Don't just let him come in there, jab his way in, and then set you up for that 1-2. You know, you can't do that. You know, we all know the southpaw killer is a straight right hand. We all know the orthodox killer is a straight left hand. So I don't think Errol Spence goes overboard with straight left hands, but he's got to make sure that Mikey Garcia doesn't come back to his bread and butter, and we all know Mikey Garcia's bread and butter is the straight right hand. And last but not least, I think Errol Spence is going to have to make sure to be Errol Spence in this fight. By that, he's just going to have to do what he always does. He's going to have to make sure that he cuts off the ring. When he gets Mikey in trouble, especially, he's going to need to do that. He's going to have to remember to keep cutting off the ring. And force Mikey to fight when he does that, you know, because I really believe that Mikey Garcia is going to try to hit and not get hit. Well, how do you stop that? A couple things. Basically, by Errol Spence being Errol Spence, cut off the ring, work the body, break him down piece by piece, and get him out of there. As long as Errol Spence doesn't go for it all at once, I mean, that's probably how I think it's going to play out. You know, Errol Spence is going to cut off that ring, work that body. Mikey, like I mentioned, is going to try to hit and not get hit. But once Errol starts working that body, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds into the fight, Mikey Garcia is not going to be moving. He's not going to be moving, y'all. He's going to be right there to get hit. And being right in front of Errol Spence, well, that's nothing short of I can't call it a death sentence, but, you know, you asking to get knocked out. You basically standing in front of a truck while it's coming full speed at you and just hoping that it don't hit you. You know, well, what happens to a truck when it's already barreling down the road? You know, you can't just put the brakes on. You know what I'm saying? The truck can't just hit the brakes. You know, when it's riding at full speed, it's going to take a minute for that truck to slow down. Chances are that truck finna smash you. You're going to turn into roadkill. And so that's truly what I expect from Errol Spence Jr. I really expect that to happen. I expect Mikey Garcia, again, try to not get hit, try to pitter-pat, steal punches in order to win rounds and get the victory. But I expect Errol Spence to make it a fight. Make it a fight. Get in there and brawl. It's in Mikey's best interest to avoid extended confrontation. It's in Errol Spence's best interest to encourage confrontation. So that's honestly what I'm looking forward to in this fight. So those are my keys to victory for Errol Spence. Make sure he stays the course. Don't get caught up fighting for the crowd. Circle to the right. Watch for that left hook. Establish that lead foot dominance. Cut off the ring. Work that body. Break him down. Get him up out of there. So that's my take on the fight. And truth be told, that's how I think it's going to play out, because I think Errol Spence has the advantage. I'm sorry. Look, man, I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. Errol Spence is too damn big. He's too damn strong. You got a fucking lion going up against a house cat. And yeah, house cats are quick. And yeah, they real vicious when they fighting against mice. You know what I'm saying? When they fighting little mouse and mice and other house cats, you know what I'm saying? They you know, they real vicious. But then You know, when a house cat come out there and it's a lion, or more realistically, it's a coyote or a pit bull or something out there, what's going to happen to the house cat, man? We already know. We already know. The house cat going to have to run away, or the house cat going to get towed the fuck up. So Mikey Garcia is the house cat. Errol Spence is the coyote, the pit bull, the mountain lion, whatever it is in your area that eats house cats, grizzly bears. If you live in a forest, I don't even know. But that's how I see the fight playing out. Those are the keys to victory to Errol Spence. This is Payday Boxing, man. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for the notifications. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the video and what you think about the Errol Spence's keys to victory. Do you think that Errol Spence is going to be able to exercise those keys to victory? Do you think there's anything that I missed? Let me know what I did miss if you think there's something else that Errol Spence needs to do to win. So, again, let the church go ahead and say amen. To the next video. I'm out, y'all. Peace.